And today it's going to be the S25 Ultra. As you can see in hand, I bought this, 25 days ago. I've been playing around with it and I'm going to tell you my thoughts. Everyone says it's, the Ultra and the ultimate Android iPhone killer, I suppose. But I have some opinions. Some people will disagree, some people might agree, I don't know. But these are all my opinions and no one else's. First impressions, it's a beautiful phone. It is a beautiful phone. The screen is bright. The Quad HD Plus, I put that straight away. It makes a hell of a difference. Probably doesn't help with battery life, but don't matter about that. It gets super bright, as you can see. It's a beautiful screen. Coming from an iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I want to see what the best thing Android has to offer to pull me away from iPhone 15. And this could be a bit of a hot take. As this is the Ultra, I thought, maybe you get like lots more features and loads of stuff what I'm not used to on iPhone. And basically I'm sort of like saying there's not much difference apart from a few things. Obviously the main thing, which is obvious to everyone, is the stylus. You've got the stylus, which is cool, don't get me wrong, it's cool, you can write notes and use the interface, but how many people do this? I just don't see how many people do this on a daily basis. So I thought I might do, but I do have an iPad Pro with an Apple Pencil, so I do a lot of stuff on that. The software is similar to iPhone. Like now you scroll down one side, which is your notifications, you scroll back up, and then you've got this control panel on the other side. I don't know why it's called colours, it's kind of weird. It's my ND filter. See, look at that. ND filter, as you can see, look, it's very similar to, iPhone to a degree, a little bit. Like I say, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that much different. Apps are apps, they work the same. Obviously some are native to Apple, some are native to Samsung. That's cool. So I just have a few notes down here, so just my thoughts and processes. I thought I'd just have my iPad here so I can just jog my memory of what I want to speak about. And speakers, you can't really beat it.
Catch right back up, watching the lack of pressure show itself. And it's crazy how fast we went from last year being like,
I don't know if it tells over.
Why would you buy anything else?
Video, but
to this year,
it's loud.
Saying
it's good, it's clear.
You could buy anything else. Now, a couple other things that didn't.
It's clear. It's good. It's just as good as my iPhone 15, but it's not better. I don't know. This is the Ultra name. It's the Ultra phone, and what other categories we got? Speakers, like we said, they're clear, they're loud, but my iPhone's clear and loud. The software we've briefly gone over. Tell you what I don't really like, I thought I'd love, is that I think could be my screen's protector. I put a screen protector on this, and I think it's interfering with the quality of the fingerprint reader. Because sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. So if you are having one of these and you get a screen protector, make sure it's compatible. The one I bought it says it was. And there's something in the actual software where you can adjust it and make it more sensitive because you've got a screensaver. Did that, but it's still not that great. But fingerprint, Face ID wins. It's so much more better. You don't even think about opening your phone because you just look at it, you flick, it's done. I just think it's more superior. It works in the dark. You ain't got to faff around. So on that sense, it would work straight. It beats the Samsung 25. And in general, the responsiveness of the phone is fantastic. It's smooth. Obviously, it's got the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy. Which is a fantastic chip, I've got to say. I think it's up par with the iPhone's chip. because they've been well, the iPhone's been ahead for a while, and I think now Snapdragon are sort of bringing their A game, and I don't see where it falters. It never lags, it never stutters. It's, you know, it's smooth, it's quick. It's got the 120 frames per second FPS screen, same as the iPhone. I do say it feels quicker than my iPhone, but I don't know if it has just more of a better touch response. I don't know if that means like I think it's just been tuned differently. But that doesn't mean my iPhone's a slouch, but I do notice a little bit of quickness like on the screen itself, but I'll put some B-roll over top so you can sort of see what I mean. But software in general, it's good. No, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on the S25. I think it's a fantastic phone, and it's up there with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I do like the keyboards. One good thing about on the Android, the Google keyboard works better on a Samsung phone than it does an iPhone. It's really smooth on Samsung. On the iPhone, it's a little bit laggy, not gonna lie. Stutters a little bit. I have to go back to the native iPhone keyboard to make it better. And the one thing I wish, where is it? Wish that iPhone would adopt is the numbers at the top, instead of me having to press a button to make numbers come up all in one thing. It's a perfect keyboard. I would say it's much better than the iPhone's keyboard. It's so much better. And like I say, it's still early days with this. I've still got a bit more time to play around with the software. Played around, took it to the beach the other day and took some shots with the camera as a little family evening out. I just thought I'd take the S25 Ultra, get some shots, get some zoom, get some normal shots, get some portrait shots, and I gotta say, yeah, it's a great camera. But again, is it better than my iPhone 15? I don't think so. It doesn't stand out to me going, wow, this is so much better, because like it has an Ultra name, but I don't think they're better apps. It's not better apps. I think more apps are optimized for the iPhone than Android personally. And don't get me wrong, this is not Android versus iPhone, Like, I've always wanted to have a phone on Android and be happy with it. Welcome back. This is the front facing camera on the S25 Ultra. What do you think? Looks pretty clear, I think. I think it looks better than the iPhone. I think it is bigger megapixel count. I want to say it's 50, but I might be wrong. I'll check it when I go home. Yeah, just on a bit of a bike ride. Got the bike out for, need to lose a bit of, as you can see, a bit of chin. It's a beautiful area. A quick video on the S25 Ultra so you can see what the selfie video looks like. Fantastic camera. 200 megapixels, do I notice it really that much? Sometimes. I don't think the camera system's overly reliable. I think you have a little bit. I think you get some really good shots sometimes, but I think obviously the ultra wide's got an update to 50 megapixels, which will help a lot. That is obviously one thing which is better than the iPhone, because the iPhone 15 only had maybe 12, 24 megapixels, I think, top of my head. And my ultra wide's not very good anyway. It's alright in high light, but at low light it's terrible. It's just all pixelated and stuff. But going back to the S25 Ultra, the camera system's a great camera system. It's quicker than previous phones I've tested. And for an ultra phone and ultra price, I expect the top of the best of the best. So I think it just goes back to competition. Are people pushing Samsung to really push the boundaries to go, sales are down, we better, push the quality back up so people buy the phones. I'd love to go over to Android. It's not saying I won't go over to Android. Maybe I'll just carry two phones, I don't know, but that seems a bit, I don't know, is that silly? I don't know, then you're in both ecosystems and you can just test both and then make more videos of different stuff. I suppose that's not a bad idea. Main camera good, great images, low light is better than I've seen previous cameras. It's probably on par with my iPhone 15. I think my iPhone 15 is a little bit better. I don't think the main camera is better than my iPhone 15, and I think portrait is pretty similar. I think that's about it for cameras. Yeah, I think leave it there. Oh, one thing with the cameras is the zoom capability. That is one thing I wish the iPhone had more of, but probably not past maybe 30, 50 to a push, but I think 30 is your limit. You go anything past that, everything, I don't know. The camera's very hard to hold because, like, I guess the sensor's extra wobbly, you know, to try and pinpoint where you want to go. And when you do take the picture, it's not usable. So I don't see the point. Oh, it's got 100 times zoom, but you can't go past 30. So what's the point? I don't really see the point of that. It's just trying to trick someone into thinking it's got all these fancy gadgets and it hasn't. So that's one bit of annoyance I thought with the Samsung S25 Ultra was a bit, I don't know, misleading maybe. Some people might disagree. Maybe I got a bad photo, but I tried it multiple times and I couldn't get a good photo with the zoom over 30, 40. And especially at 100 is just terrible, it's just mush. I mean, AI, I'm not a big AI user. I use ChatGPT, I use Gemini, but I can use Gemini on my iPhone. Gemini, can you tell me when Manchester United are playing?
Manchester United has several upcoming matches in July and August 2025. July 2025, Saturday, July 19th, 2025 versus Leeds United, club friendly, at Strawberry Arena, Solna, Sweden, 2 p.m. British Summer Time.
Can you put that one into my calendar, please? My Google Calendar.
Which Manchester United match would you like to add to your Google Calendar? Please specify the opponent and date.
19th of July, Leeds United.
I've added the Manchester United versus Leeds United match on July 19th, 2025 at 2 p.m. to your Google Calendar. The event is at Strawberry Arena, Solna, Sweden.
Thank you, Gemini. I mean, they're not native, don't get me wrong, but they still work. I mean, you might have to do maybe a little bit of a workaround here and there on some. I haven't tried them all, but you know, I have a lot of like Google apps on my iPhone, which doesn't make me go, oh, Androids are much better. They work the same virtually. I mean, I think they're just a bit more integrated. Like, obviously, I'd love to have Gemini as my assistant. I called her up because obviously Siri's just the default to iPhone. Hey Siri, when is Manchester United playing football again? Can you put the United game into my calendar, please? Saturday, 19th of July. The one thing, obviously, is good with Android, because I've got a Garmin watch. You know, I can actually reply on it instead of Apple blocking me because they want you to buy Apple Watch, which, you know, are good. I had Apple Watch for before, but I just had enough of charging it, so I went with Garmin. Now I just charge it once a month. Video coming soon. See, even they're bad at putting Ultra name into products, which doesn't mean Ultra. Yeah, so final thoughts. Would I swap my iPhone for the S25 Ultra? I don't think I will. There is partly because I'm used to the iPhone. I do like iPhone. Obviously, I went back to iPhone after the Pixel 7, but I do have an iPad and I am in the walled garden, but I'm not opposed to getting out of it. I got rid of my Apple Watch and went to Garmin and I've never looked back. And that doesn't mean I won't go to Samsung and never look back, but I'll be interested to see what they do in the S26 Ultra. I think they need to do something to make it worthy of that price tag and maybe just do that extra 1, 2, 3 things to go, wow, that is a feature I definitely want. And the one positive about the S25 Ultra, or two positives actually I think, is the sidebar. That is game changer. I definitely want that on iPhone. That is definitely one thing I'd love to have. Is the multitasking capabilities on Android or Samsung is much more superior than iPhone. iPhone is picture in picture, and then here I can do picture in picture plus 2 screen split, so I can have 4 pages open all at once. And maybe you can do more, I don't know, I haven't got that far yet. But I mean, that is next level, and I do like to do multitasking. I do it a lot on my iPad, and why iPhone doesn't do it, I don't know. I just don't understand it. Like, I've been wanting split screen for years. I don't think I can go over to Android just for split screen, because I can do split screen on my iPad. Like, it has to have more features, like the Face ID has to get better, split screen's already on there, sidebar's already on there. So no, it wouldn't take long, I don't think. If the Face ID was better, AirDrop's a big thing, that is seamless, I'm not gonna lie. I've tried to send stuff from the Samsung photos to my iPad, and that was a bit of a mission, not gonna lie. But we did do a workaround, we went to Google Drive. I mean, obviously both parties use Google Drive, so it was okay. I mean, that is a workaround you could do, I could live with. I think you need, like, this is only for 25 days. I think you need to physically do this for like 3 months. But maybe, I don't know. But then something's telling me just go and try to do something different. I don't know, it's funny. Phones are funny. We do these stupid little reviews. But yeah, final thoughts. Still a little bit stuck, really. For ecosystem, and you think about the Ultra, I'd potentially wait for the S26 Ultra, just to see what they do with that. But then again, it is full price, and realistically, what are they going to do with it differently to the S25? At 950 quid, I think you've got a good deal, really. But if you like Apple and you want to stick with Apple, obviously you're going to stick with Apple. But I think this is where the state is of phones nowadays, where they're so good, and I'd give the S25 Ultra an 8.5, and I would give my iPhone 15 an 8.5, because I think they're virtually similar phones, minus the S Pen and some software tweaks. They've all got new softwares coming out. They could make their phones 10 times better. You have got One UI 8, I think, coming out. I think I might need a bit more time with the S25 Ultra to really see if I can go away from the iPhone if I miss it. But yeah, that's my review. But this is my thoughts. Depending on your lifestyle and habits and phone habits and stuff like that, it all depends on what you want to do. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.